right back at you.
Yes, sir.
Love you. Want to ask you if you'll go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
Please.
If you be kind enough to hit that like button, we appreciate you.
Yeah. Because we
appreciate you.
working hard.
Yeah.
We are working
Yeah,
hard.
we are working hard.
Yeah.
And we working hard for you.
Absolutely.
Coming back, we wanted to talk to you next about the Cowboys defense and the big switch to Mike Zimmerman as the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, Mike Zimmer.
This is huge because Cowboy Nation, we love Dan Quinn. Dan Quinn was a huge success coming in, making the change from the last Cowboy regime who didn't last long.
Mike Nolan.
Mike Nolan didn't last long.
He better not have lasted.
He didn't last long.
That
And it didn't go
was
well
terrible.
with Mike Nolan. So Mike Zimmer came in. He changed the culture. He was a guy that I believe was respected and loved by the Dallas Cowboys team, not only just the defensive side of the ball, but he wanted and had aspirations to be a head coach. And to be quite frank, I think the last performance that he had as the defensive coordinator against the Green Bay Packers was not good, and it kind of left
terrible.
It left a stain that was like it was okay for him to leave.
Yeah,
Before
absolutely.
we felt when he was talking about leaving, we wanted him to come back. So I'm not going front. I was in his corner when he was here, and I wish him whatever success that he does have over there at that other team.
Right.
But
Right.
what we got now, I want to talk about, and that's Mike Zimmer.
Hey, man. I was so excited to get Mike Zimmer.
Yep.
He's a defensive coordinator, and he's old school, and that was giving people trepidation because he was old school. How would he work with these new school guys?
Yeah.
But he spent the last year with Dion up
Coach
in Colorado.
Brown.
Absolutely, last
Doing
year
some
or two.
consulting work.
Absolutely. So he understood, and he needs to lay back. This is what I'm imagining.
Yep.
But the main thing about him is he wants to. He knows he has to stop the run.
Yep.
Period. Point blank. I don't care. Pass rush. We'll get there. But if we don't stop the run,
Yep.
we gonna get gutted anytime they want to gut us.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't stop the run, I mean, it's a team that's got free fall to do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? If I can run the ball, shit, you know what I'm saying? I can make you stack the house. I can make you give up. Not, it is what you do. If you can, it's like anything else. If you can control the line of scrimmage, you can control the ball game. So, Mike Zimmer, one of the main things that he's going to bring to us, Cowboys Nation, is that we're going to be switching from a 3-4 defense. We'll be going to a 4-3 defense. And I think the 4-3 defense is going to allow us to have a better front, even from, a base defense to stop the run. But the biggest thing that I want to bring up, Coach, and we'll talk about is our star, and that's Micah Parsons.
Yeah.
And what a 4-3 defense will allow for him. I mean, Micah Parsons originally, I thought Dan Quinn did originally his first year a good job of moving him around, moving him to different spots. You didn't know where he was coming from, the different stunts and stuff they did with him. And then he just became a defensive end. So every week you lined up, I can scheme. We know where he's going to be at. Yeah. So I was like, what do you think about Mike Zimmer coming in and what he can do with the 4-3 scheme, his aggressive style, and what that'll mean for us?
Yeah, we had the 4 down linemen last year, but we had a 1 linebacker and 1 safety. But even if we had multiple linebackers on the team who could play, we were only playing 2 linebackers. Yep. You know what I mean? It did not matter the formation, and we were playing 5 safeties, 5 safeties with 5 defensive backs, and with Marquise Bell playing linebacker, you might as well say we were in the dime 80-90% of the time. So with like you said, with the 4-3, we were bringing the linebackers back, and what he's done is he's bringing real linebackers, man, with the addition of Eric Kendricks in the middle. and then so now you can move Damone Clark, and Damone Clark he was still learning.
Yeah.
And now he had to be thrust into the leadership role as the number one linebacker with Van Der Esch going out.
Yep.
So now he can sit back and play the strong, and we got the missile at the week along with Overshown, who's coming off of an injury. So I mean, I think that is the big thing. But the biggest thing that Zimmer is bringing is he brought in two big 325, 30-pound guys in the middle.
Right, with Joseph.
Yeah,
and
Linval Joseph and
Phillips.
Jordan Phillips, Boomer Sooner. Yes.
Right. And something we've discussed over the last few years when we've had our run issues, we talked about getting more size in there versus Quinn, who liked more athletic and quicker guys.
Hey, I hope he does that at the Commanders. We're gonna smash them.
Yeah, that'd be nice for us to be able to gut them like fish.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I think those are some great points, Coach. The defensive side of the ball, I think definitely his aggressive style, which I love. You know what I mean? Because that can create turnovers as well. I know Dan Quinn was great at generating turnovers. That's one thing that he did bring to our defense. But I think with the aggressive style, playing downhill, we'll get those same type of, and maybe even more turnovers.
Right.
And we'll be able to be more formidable against the run.
Yeah.
A couple of the guys I wanted to talk about, of course, I think we talked about Marshawn Nealon earlier. We talked about Marius. Let's talk about the secondary a little bit more with Carson, with him having to step in with the injury to Bland, and then also with Diggs, who is back with us, who will be coming off an ACL injury. Just what do you expect from our secondary? Let's talk about them a little bit.
That's the mystery. I mean, like I said, as a fan, we don't see what Diggs is doing, but we're hoping that he's getting back to where he was, to that form.
Yes, sir.
Coming out the gate. I think, with Bland going down, that really, you look at that depth chart.
Yeah.
And it's tough.
I
do have faith. They got Israel, Michael Moore
playing.
He's listed in the slot, and on the outside we got listed as backup as Booth and CJ.
Yeah, CJ, a good one. Yeah.
Don't do that. Come on, man. We get don't do that. So that really hurt us. So we really banking on the seatbelt, man.
I mean, we're asking a lot from him. I think Izzy can move around if we needed to, if we had to move another corner in there. He gives us some options. But, the guys had to camp. From everything that we've seen, the guy is who they feel like can give us the best opportunity out there. So let's ride with him. And, I'm sure there's going to be a lot of coverage that gets rolled to his side, a lot of help. To just help him get off to a good start. You know what I mean? So I think we'll be okay there. I think we'll be okay. We've went over the defensive line. We talked about the linebacking crew. We've went over the secondary. Let's take a quick break, come back, and then we'll go over the offense, and then we'll get into the Cleveland Browns game. Is that cool?
There it is.
Cowboys Nation, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back at you.
2-2.
Yes, sir.